this is my coronavirus video blog thing that I'm going to be doing. This is technically day 4 of this isolation that's going on. I'm just going to recap a little bit of what I've been feeling, kind of rounding off, especially tomorrow, rounding off my first week of online schooling. I'm going to leave a little bit of room here to kind of put pictures of whatever I'm talking about up there. But yeah, basically, the first day was an in-service day, and that was really weird, kind of settling in that we were actually going to be having classes online. Because I have pretty untraditional classes like video production or choir, and we're obviously not used to doing things not in the classroom. After those feelings kind of passed, I felt really angry and disappointed. Not because, yeah, the whole situation's pretty bad. Mainly because of what happened with having to cut our show down, the Grease, down to 2 shows, which we all really felt. And then last Saturday we had the cast party at my house, and so everyone was at my house. And that's where we found out that school was going to be closed till March 30th or whatever. And also the postponing of our senior trip. It's like as soon as things were looking so up and like, oh, we're finally in the home stretch of this year, we're getting done like the really hard things, it's all kind of swept from under our feet. And then even this week, hearing that the freshmen, their trip got canceled, and the sophomores, their trip might get canceled, and the juniors are scared because their trip's coming up, but it's not till like May, so maybe they'll be okay. Just really disappointed, I'd say. The upside of this is that every day my family and I made it kind of routine to at least watch a movie or watch a show, all of us together, because during the day my dad has CNN on the entire day and is just watching interview after interview and more states being isolated and quarantined or whatever. So it's been nice. We'll just kind of turn all that off and just turn on something that the 3 of us, my mom, my dad, and I, can just immerse ourselves into and forget what's going on. On Monday, we watched this movie, Spencer Confidential. It was about this guy who's like an ex-con cop who like killed this other cop. It was crazy. And then on Tuesday, my dad and I watched Crash, which was a bunch of different intertwining storylines, and my mom had seen it and she loved it. And that was really good. I've seen some scenes from Crash. And last night we watched Richard Jewell, which I've heard of but never seen. It was about the cop who found the bomb in the Olympics in, I think, 96. He found the bomb, it went off, and then he became the prime suspect, and it was a true story, and it was really cool. And then tonight, we were gonna watch something, but then my mom turned on Real Housewives, so I've decided to come up here and play Sims and FaceTime my friends, because all my friends are really also kind of getting acclimated to this. And whenever I hear my friends saying things like, oh, let's go out, let's go do something, I'm bored, it's me and like my other friends who are like, hey, that's the whole point of this, is that we shouldn't be leaving, and we'll survive by just FaceTiming or doing video games together or watching movies together through like streaming stuff online. Because it's really sad to see like a lot of, well, initially, because right now bars are kind of closed and stuff, but seeing people going to bars and going out and kind of pretending like it's not happening, when there are a lot of people in my life and other people's lives that if they get this virus, then they could really be in some trouble and they could really hurt themselves. And so that's been my whole thing so far, staying really proactive and knowing what's going on, but not dwelling on it, because I'm doing all I'm supposed to do. I'm staying home, I'm doing my schoolwork, I'm getting all that done, and I'm not going out seeking new people or hanging out with people, because that's not going to help anyone, and that's going to end this quicker. So yeah, that's day 4 of this, I'll call it quarantine, even though that sounds very apocalyptic and scary, but this is day 4 of the coronavirus quarantine. It's the final countdown! Okay, hi, I'm back here again with day 5 of this quarantine that's going on. It's Friday, and I'm probably gonna do one video to sum up the weekend, just to keep a log of what I'm doing when there's no schoolwork for me to be doing, and kind of literally sitting around doing nothing. I also left some room here in case I put some pictures up of what I'm doing or whatever. But yeah, I spent today, we had more CNN on, and my dad was yelling at the screen whenever someone would not fully answer a question on the huge debate happening. But yeah, I spent most of today doing homework, especially for my AP classes. I'm in AP Lit and AP Calc. So though that work has definitely stayed pretty prominent in my schedule. But we found out today that the AP tests that were supposed to be usually in May have actually been adjusted, and they're gonna have like only 45-minute time periods to do it online at home. So only about 75% of the coursework that we were supposed to do, that only 75% is going to be on the test, which changes everything they've done in the past, because I know a bunch of other classes aren't doing their last few units to kind of cram for this, and it kind of got me thinking, if we're already thinking about messing with stuff in May, then isn't everything in May kind of up in the air? And in May is the junior trip, is the senior trip, is prom, is all that stuff. So that's a little concerning, but again, hopefully the more people stay inside and do what they're being told, it should shorten the duration of whatever's going on. But yeah, I spent today doing that, and then I just went and picked up my friend Mia. She's gonna stay over. Even though I said that we're staying pretty isolated, her mom is a flight attendant and had to go on a flight yesterday and is actually stuck in Miami right now because they canceled all of her flights to come back home. So my friend is just at home alone. So she's with us. She doesn't have corona, so she's okay. I'll probably spend tonight playing The Sims, and because all my schoolwork is pretty much done. And I'm not sure if we'll watch anything as a family tonight. Maybe we'll be able to convince my parents to watch a movie with us or do something. So yeah, that's really all I've been doing, staying busy, staying distracted, because the worst thing that I can do is sit and do nothing and become unmotivated, because I know that will happen. If I don't have anything to do, I will just not do anything. So the fact that I am having schoolwork and people to talk to and even video games to play, it's keeping my mind stimulated and keeping me feeling like I have a purpose and not just kind of sitting in limbo. Also, earlier tonight, my mom and I went out for the first time in like a couple days and went on a walk with me and my dogs, which we haven't done in years, which was really nice. There were tons of people out in my neighborhood, which never happens. There were tons of people walking their dogs. It was 80 degrees today, so it felt like the middle of summer. Yeah, so that was really confusing because I forgot that it was the middle of March and that we're supposed to be getting snow right now, and it feels like the middle of July. So overall, I'm doing pretty okay. That concludes the first work week of online quarantine school. My spirits are still pretty positive, but every day kind of reveals a new thing of like, this state is closing all their non-essential businesses and this state is officially on lockdown. So I'm okay as long as I'm staying home as much as possible, then I'm okay, and there's not more I can do. So yeah, thank you for watching.